The Duchess of Edinburgh has proven her loyalty to the Wales family, time and time again, and Remembrance Sunday was no exception. In emotional scenes at the Cenotaph in London on Sunday, Kate Middleton appeared to have been reflecting on the British citizens who lost their lives during combat, but also the tough year she's had. The Princess of Wales, 42, has only just started to ease back into high-profile public events after she announced that she is cancer-free, following her treatment which she started earlier this year. Her diagnosis was challenging for her husband, Prince William, to process, with the future king admitting that he's experienced the hardest year in my life. Highlighting her constant presence throughout, Sophie, 59, simply placed her hand on Kate's shoulder as the pair walked off the balcony after the service. The warmth of her palm displayed not just the comfort of a family member, but also a friend and a mother. Body language expert Judy James said of Prince Edward's wife at the time, "That simple hand gesture showed Sophie's dual role today. She is always the royal who brings a sense of calm and support to some of the most emotionally charged royal occasions. She and Kate always appear to be close and to share a sense of humor, but Sophie's gesture here seems to show her in a more maternal mode, as she places on hand on or near Kate's back as she stepped inside the building. It was an act of kindness many royalists had seen many times before, recently during the Buckingham Palace balcony appearance for Trooping the Colour in June. Kate announced that she was going to be attending the event, and it marked her first public outing since broadcasting that she was battling cancer. As the royals started filtering back into Buckingham Palace after watching the flypast from the balcony, Sophie was seen gently placing her hand on William's shoulder, suggesting how fond she is of the future king. William, who is 17 years younger than Sophie, had spent the past few months covering some of his father's duties, while King Charles received treatment for cancer. James added, "The gesture looked similar to the back touches William had been performing the night before. It registered fondness and maybe a small congratulatory well done for another milestone achieved in terms of Kate's return to royal duties. But it also looked like a small but powerful signal to William and even George and Charlotte that, even when William is not at Kate's side, she is still surrounded by royal family that are taking very good care of her, albeit subtly." At the same event, Sophie, who stepped up her royal appearances when during Kate's absence, was pictured with Kate and William's children, Prince Louis, 6, and Princess Charlotte, 9, further exhibiting her maternal instincts. Bending down so she was closer to them, the Duchess chatted to the Wales children during their public appearance on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Sophie, who is a mother to Lady Louise, 21, and James Wessex, 16, made the young royals feel consoled through her powerful body language. Sophie entertained the youngest Wales children and let them know that they have her support. Her comforting hand made another appearance at Queen Elizabeth II's funeral in September 2022. On one of the hardest days for the firm, Sophie stepped up and assisted Kate in soothing George, now 11, during his great-grandmother's send-off. Not only did she have her own children to attend to, but she became a warming presence to many grieving younger royals. A pillar of strength for others, Sophie only broke down as she was driven away from the late Queen's state funeral. It isn't the first time the Duchess has been captured supporting a member of the royal family at the emotional occasion. In 1999, Sophie helped an 11-year-old Princess Beatrice as she collapsed on the Home Office balcony on Remembrance Sunday. Sarah, the Duchess of York, was in America while her young daughter attended the event, but Beatrice was supported by Sophie, Prince Edward and Vice Admiral Sir Tim Lawrence. The princess managed to remain at the service until the end of the national anthem, according to The Guardian. The Duchess of Edinburgh has been working her way up the ranks in the firm, as a family member often dubbed the late Queen's favourite royal. But she was afforded the opportunity to move to the inner circle when Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announced that they were leaving the royal family in exchange for a more star-studded lifestyle in Montecito, California. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams, who described Sophie as cheerful, dedicated and attentive, said that she has always been the achiever. The Duchess of Edinburgh is down to earth, which is pivotal, but without attracting adverse publicity, he said. It is Sophie who has been the achiever. In recent years she has visited Kosovo, South Sudan, Iraq and Ukraine, as well as the Democratic Republic of the Congo and other African countries, meeting victims of gender-based sexual violence. Sophie is active on the ground in this area, as shown in her visit to Sierra Leone in 2020, which is an excellent example of what working members of the royal family can achieve. Sophie was famously a confidant of the late Queen, and King Charles knows he can trust her implicitly. Meghan and Sophie appear to have had a rocky relationship since 2018, when the Duchess of Sussex officially joined the royal family after marrying Prince Harry. To help her settle in, it was claimed that the late Queen suggested Sophie as a sort of mentor to Meghan. But the Duchess of Sussex felt she had Harry and didn't need further help from an advisor. Sophie, who was formerly the Countess of Wessex, had previously been duty-bound to defer to Prince Harry's wife, who, as a duchess, was of a higher rank. But as of last year, her husband, Prince Edward, was given the title of Duke of Edinburgh, which also made Sophie a duchess.